I just arrived in New Zealand. I haven't slept in 24 hours. I haven't eaten in like 16 hours. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I'm going. I have no Wi-Fi. So no Google Maps. And I feel like shit. And I look like shit. Oh, welcome to New Zealand. Hi, I'm Florence's fiancé, and for the past couple of years, I've been traveling across the world, doing some crazy things, putting myself out of my comfort zone, and meeting some great people along the way. So if you're an adventure freak like me and miss traveling, then join me on my vlogs around the world. And no worries, this was all before the pandemic. Let's rewind back a little bit. Just a couple days before I left Bali. As you guys remember, I was with my beautiful friend Shakti Savita. After that, I was alone in Bali for a week. And then, very early morning / in the middle of the night, I made my way to Denpasar airport. It's a small suitcase and this is my yoga mat, so I will check that in. And my backpack, which looks bigger at the moment, but my backpack's gonna be my carry-on. I had to fly over Melbourne in order to get to Auckland. But what happened? I got stuck in Melbourne. So today, for the very first time, something happened that has never happened to me before. So I had my flight to Auckland from Bali to Melbourne and from Melbourne to Auckland. So my flight was supposed to leave at 10 o'clock at night, and then I arrived here and yeah, my flight was cancelled. I just checked, I wanted to check for the gate and I saw on the board cancelled. And I'm thinking like, what the fuck, what am I gonna do? Because also in Melbourne airport, there's no information. So I was looking for people from the airline, but there was like literally no one airline related. And if there was an airline person, it wasn't from the airline that I took. I wandered around and the only people that were working here were 2 currency exchange booths. So I asked at one currency exchange booth, and so he told me like normally there'll be like some sort of thing that they tell over the speakers what's happening, or that I should wait until I see someone from the airline to ask them. And since I'm stuck in transit, I can't go out, I don't have a visa. Yeah, at this point I don't know what's going on, and I'm just waiting for the flight, for the Jetstar flight, which was leaving within the next 2 hours time to go to Christchurch, because then I would be able to talk to Jetstar officials. I waited and waited and waited, and while I was waiting, I got a text message from Jetstar telling me that my flight got cancelled and that I'm gonna be rebooked on the next flight, which is at 6:40 in the morning the next day, which I already thought I might get rebooked into that flight because I checked the board and the next flight from Jetstar to Auckland is in fact this one. So yeah, I already thought I might get rebooked. I don't have the ticket yet. I'll probably get it at the gate. They told me to wait. And yeah, apparently there was not enough crew for the flight to fly, and that's why it got cancelled. I think this is my bed for tonight. My pillow or blanket, I think it's gonna be my blanket because I'm cold. And yeah, in bed. Have a good night.
Unit, please see capable.
日本航空よりご搭乗時刻とご案内所についてお知らせいたします。成田行き0時35分発
Oh yeah, and another thing, I think. So at the beginning, I saw no one with the same problem as I have. There was no one who started in Bali, who's now stuck here in Melbourne, waiting to the flight to Auckland. There was literally no one. I looked around and thinking, am I the only idiot stuck in this airport who wants to go to Auckland, whose flight got cancelled? And I thought, yeah, probably most of the people that were supposed to board this flight, they are from Melbourne. They read the email like 6 hours beforehand or something when they sent it, when I was on the plane, and they just didn't come to the airport, which is good for them. Yeah, that's why my bed is this bench on which I'm sitting. I might try to get some sleep. And I saw 2 other people. I think there was a girl and there was this guy sleeping on a bench over there. So maybe we're 3 idiots stuck on the airport. Then I wouldn't feel so lonely anymore. Sounds like a song. 3 idiots stuck in the airport.
We are now arriving at Ellerslie. To open the door, press the green button when lit.
I just arrived in New Zealand. I haven't slept in 24 hours. I haven't eaten in like 16 hours. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I'm going. I have no Wi-Fi. So no Google Maps. And I feel like shit. And I look like shit. Oh, welcome to New Zealand. I took the train because I want to use public transport and get to know the city like this. And now I'm looking for my accommodation, and since I didn't get a SIM card, yeah, lost. And I expected something else from New Zealand. I'm super surprised. I didn't think it would be so old townsy. But let's see. Brunel Town Centre. I'm looking for Beach Road. After asking some people for direction, I arrived at my accommodation. Coming from Bali, it was a really humbling experience, having to sleep at the airport and living hostel life again. Don't get me wrong, I have done hostel life before and I am used to it, but nevertheless having the direct comparison is quite a shock. You come to realize that a lot of things that we take for granted are luxury items. Just something like a bed, what a luxury after sleeping on an airport bench. Having a private room to yourself, what a luxury if you have to share a room with 5 other people that may or may not have very smelly feet because they work in construction. We are literally behind bars here. And then I arrived here and I forgot how dirty hostels can be because I've lived in such luxurious circumstances in Bali and I'm used to get so much for like cheap price, but this is just ridiculous. I arrived here and I was going crazy. I wanted to go right away, but as usual I made friends, and if you make good friends then nothing seems so bad anymore, because something that's more important than your luxury is the people that are in your life. So it's a funny thing that I'm rediscovering about myself, how much I can tolerate if I'm with a good community. So let's see if I want to stay here. I think the vibe is good, but let's see. Oh well, I arrived here without my luggage because my luggage is still in Melbourne, where probably, hopefully getting it tomorrow. I don't know. There's nothing super important in my luggage. It's just stuff I would need to replace. It would be costly. So, but there's nothing invaluable in it. Because all my laptop with all my data and my hard drive is here. So I'm happy about that. And yeah. So I'm gonna sleep now. I'm so tired. And let's see. As always, thank you guys for watching. I am so sorry if this video was kind of a Debbie Downer, but I really wanted to show you the reality of traveling. It's not always perfect, it's not always amazing. Traveling really has given me some of the most amazing highs of my life, but also some of the lowest lows. So keep that in mind. This has not been the first time in my life where I had to sleep in an uncomfortable position. I slept in trains, on train stations, in buses, 30-hour buses. I've done it all, but having this on camera, on film, is really a very humbling experience to look at. Well, with that being said, I wish you a wonderful day and see you soon, hopefully in my next video. If you like this, if you had fun watching me in my misery, then give me a like, leave me a comment. I'm always happy to read them. And if you want to join me in my next video, please subscribe and see you soon. Bye!